Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing, and to formally open our program, I now invite Father Santiago to offer the opening prayer.
Dear brothers and sisters, tonight we gather here to give thanks to God for His goodness and faithful presence among us, especially for those who are working in this project, which today begins a new chapter in its journey. The Word of God says, "If the Lord does not build the house, in vain do its builders labor." And this is indeed true. All our works are in His hands, for He has made all things, and all His creation has been given to us to help us to live as His sons and daughters. As we ask God to help all who work here to believe that they are messengers of good news, helping all the guests and visitors to feel at home, even when their families are far. Let us pray. All-powerful and merciful Father, you have created all things through your eternal Word, and have made Him the unshakable foundation of your kingdom. Through the gift of your eternal wisdom, bless the people who are working here and all who will come. Help them to find you in each person who enters here, and we ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please have your seats. Thank you, Father. Your Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, the Honorable Susan Rodriguez, Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, other honorable ministers and members of Cabinet, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Honorable Peter Ramsarup MP, Guyana's Chief Investment Officer under the Office of the President, Mr. John Aboud, Chairman of the AC Hotel Guyana, Mr. Carlos Abuchaibi, General Manager of the AC Hotel Guyana, ownership and leadership team of the AC Hotel Guyana, captains of industry, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome. My name is Andrea King, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this evening. Tonight marks an important milestone as we officially open the AC Hotel Guyana, a property that reflects modern design, international standards, and a commitment to excellence in hospitality. As Guyana continues to evolve as a destination for business, tourism, and investment, moments like this reflect the transformation taking place across our hospitality landscape. And this evening's program will highlight the vision behind the property, the partnerships that made it possible, and its role in Guyana's continued growth. You will hear more about the hotel and its journey in the remarks to follow. Thank you for joining us for this special occasion, and we look forward to sharing this celebration with all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to invite the chairman of the AC Hotel Guyana, Mr. John Aboud, to deliver his remarks. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Dr. Irfan Mohammed Ali, President of the Republic of Guyana, the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Ms. Suzanne Rodriguez, other distinguished government ministers, members of the Diplomatic Corps, senior public officers, specially invited guests, fellow investors and family, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. When His Excellency first turned the sod on this project, his opening comments were the rhythm of the water, which we adopted as Guyana's investment tagline, as it aptly represents the fusion of our investor groups from both Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. My role this evening is really to express the gratitude of the investor group to the people of Guyana for allowing us to share their vision by demonstrating our actions both in this project and in what is to come. Behind me, so, Murphy's Law. Behind me, well, it still hasn't, right. Behind me, you will observe a short video of our plans for the 20 acres of land we bought some 5 years ago. It represents a promise made to the President when I first had the privilege of meeting him early in the first term of this administration. We made a commitment, and I am delighted to say that the commitment is being executed. In addressing you, it would be remiss of me not to acknowledge the various departments of government that guided, facilitated, and developed and helped us develop the process. And I just want to mention a few of them because I think it's important to acknowledge the good work that your government, sir, is doing. The National Industrial and Commercial Investment Limited, NISIL, under the leadership of Mr. R.K. Sharma. The Honorable Peter Ramsaroop, the Chief Executive Officer of Go Invest and Go Invest staff. The staff of the Central Housing and Planning Authority. The Environmental Protection Agency. And last but not least, the Guyana Revenue Authority. Their advice, guidance, and mentorship speak volumes, and without their direction, this could not have happened. The attitude and aptitude of these public servants clearly reflect the understanding of the vision that Your Excellency have for Guyana and the urgency with which you want them to achieve it. This phase of the development will permanently employ approximately 250 people, of which 98% are Guyanese, many of whom have undergone and continue to undergo rigorous training in the hospitality sector. And we would welcome the Minister of Tourism to assist in that area because we need support. The second phase, which is commencing shortly, will be completed over the next 3 years and will consist of a lifetime center of 80,000 square feet and an A-class office and professional park of 180,000 square feet, in addition to 24 luxury residential units, thus fulfilling the commitment made, Your Excellency. When completed, this investment will cost approximately $200 million and will stand as a testament of the serenity of the rhythm of the water. The serenity of the rhythm of the water. That is the relationship between Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. On behalf of the investor group, we wish to thank everyone who contributed to the development of this space, a world-class AC Marriott hotel that is comparable to the best in the world, and this is no exaggeration. And hope that they continue to continue their great work in assisting us develop phase 2 of the project. In conclusion, the investor group wishes again to thank the government of Guyana for the confidence placed in it in developing this project. I want to assure that this confidence will further energize the group as it further explores new investment opportunities in Guyana. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Aboud. Mr. Aboud just highlighted the strong focus on Guyanese employment and, of course, the continued phased development of this project, which reinforces a long-term commitment to growth and investment in Guyana. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite the Honorable Peter Ramsroop, Guyana's Chief Investment Officer within the Office of the President, to deliver his remarks.
His Excellency, all others, protocols. It's a beautiful thing when vision meets execution. And if you listen to His Excellency over the last 5 years plus, he has designed an economy that we are witnessing the results of that. So when you look at an integrated approach, from looking at his recent trips in the interior to 2 new airports commissioned, you hear about the second terminal at Chedijagan Airport. We're about to open another 3 of these hotels, I think, within the next 3 months. His Excellency going to be very busy. We have a big announcement of a new hotel being coming to our near shore here very shortly. But in the design of the economy requires leadership. And what we're seeing here, investors don't have to predict what Guyana will look like, what it will be. The President has outlined that vision in real time. It's measurable. And so every investment dollars has a return on investment. I remember speaking with John when he first came in with Minister of Tourism at the time, Honorable Waldron, the President, and a few others when we sat down and went over this hotel. This was bush, basically, outside of Ogle Airport. Who would have thought the maternal hospital, Exxon headquarters, the expansion of many carriers into Guyana, the expansion of the airport, up to 3 million, and I know the President is going to outline some numbers that may shock us tonight, what airlines exposure has done to Guyana. So with that, I want to just leave you with a thought. A design economy will keep attracting investors. They will keep coming to our country because we will deliver on those commitments we have made as government, and we will ensure that their return is there. One example that I leave with, but a year and a half ago, the XM Bank from Africa wanted to come into Guyana to do their conference. They needed 3,000 people that they normally go to. Barbados was the last one. They could have only accommodated less than 1,000 people because of our hotel rooms. Imagine what is happening in the next couple of years. The industrial zone, the President speaks about, the reduction in energy that would see our manufacturing sector boom, industrialization across Guyana. This is just a start of what is needed. And John, congratulations, was proud to be working with you. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you for your remarks, Dr. Peter Ramsroop. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving along in the program, and I would like for you to welcome the Honorable Susan Rodriguez, our Minister of Tourism, Industry, and Commerce. Please welcome her.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, members of the Cabinet, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives, CEO, and General Manager of the Marriott International and the AC Hotels, partners from the private sector, Chief Investment Officer, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Special mention, of course, to Minister Waldron, the former Minister of Tourism, Industry, and Commerce. It is a pleasure to join you this evening for the official opening of the AC Marriott Hotel, an important and timely addition to Guyana's hospitality landscape. But tonight is more than opening the doors of a pristine new hotel. It is about confidence, confidence in Guyana, in our economy, and our tourism sector. The presence of a globally respected brand like AC Marriott sends a very clear signal to the world. Guyana is ready, competitive, and open for business. This investment reinforces our growing reputation as a leading tourism destination, not only for leisure travelers, but for business, conferences, and international investment. It also reflects the trust that global brands have placed in our country and the direction we are heading. Tourism has been identified as a strategic pillar of Guyana's economic diversification agenda over the next 5 years. It is a sector with immense potential to create jobs, and you've heard how many are being created right here with this one investment. It has the potential to empower communities and generate opportunities for small and medium-sized businesses across the country. The opening of this hotel is a clear example of that strategy in action. It represents the convergence of private sector confidence, sound government policy, and national development priorities, working together to deliver real results for Guyanese. Tourism is now firmly established as one of the main drivers of inclusive economic growth in Guyana. In 2025, our country achieved a record-breaking number of visitor arrivals, marking a significant increase over the previous year. This reflects the growing confidence in Guyana as a destination and is an achievement we can all be proud of. But we are not stopping there. Our vision is ambitious but achievable. By 2030, we are aiming to welcome 1 million visitors annually, along with 3 million passengers. Achieving this vision requires sustained investment in accommodation, airlift, infrastructure, and service. The establishment of the AC Marriott Hotel supports this national objective by expanding our room stock, raising the standard of our tourism product, and strengthening our capacity to host travelers, international conferences, and major business events. Over the past 5 years, we have added 600 hotel rooms through 6 new hotels. At present, 15 hotels are under construction across the country, including other internationally recognized brands, such as the Hyatt and 4 Points by Sheraton. Together, these projects are expected to add close to 2,000 rooms to Guyana's national inventory within the year. This rapid expansion is not accidental. It reflects strong investor confidence, a clear policy framework, and a tourism sector that is on a steady and upward trajectory. Tourism growth has always been supported by expanded airlift. Between 2020 and 2025, 9 new airlines entered the Guyanese market, significantly improving connectivity, competitiveness, and access for visitors from key source markets. The government of Guyana remains fully committed to expanding airlift capacity, supporting hotel development, and investing in tourism infrastructure to sustain this momentum. At the same time, Guyana's global profile is rising decisively on the world stage. Our destination is now earning recognition from some of the most respected international news networks and travel publications. Guyana has been named a Bloomberg Top 25 destination for 2026. That's right. It's been featured in the New York Times 52 places to go in 2026. Thank you. And listed among Wanderlust's standout destinations for 2026. Clear signals that the world is taking notice of what Guyana has to offer. This growing recognition is being reinforced by our strategic presence at major international tourism expos, where Guyana is being positioned as a truly unique, authentic, and high-value destination. Most notably at the Japan Expo, a 6-month-long international exhibition. A team from the Ministry of Tourism, Industry, and Commerce secured the Bronze Award for exhibition design while engaging thousands of visitors, showcasing Guyanese products and advancing meaningful partnerships throughout 2025. Together, these achievements underscore Guyana's emergence as a destination of global relevance and growing competitiveness. These achievements did not happen by chance. They are the result of deliberate planning, strategic marketing, and strong collaboration between the public and private sectors. As we accelerate the growth of our tourism sector, we remain committed to ensuring that its benefits are shared by all Guyanese. Tourism development in Guyana is being intentionally designed to create opportunities for small and medium-sized enterprises, entrepreneurs, and local investors. When tourism grows, it drives demand across the economy for transportation services, agriculture, and agro-processing, creative industries, crafts, tour operators, accommodation, and a wide range of supporting services. Many of these opportunities are led by small businesses and community-based enterprises. To strengthen service culture and enhance the visitor experience, late last year, we launched a national tourism awareness campaign, Tourism is Everybody's Business. This initiative reminds us that tourism is not only the responsibility of hotels and tour operators, but of every single Guyanese. Each interaction matters, and every visitor experience shapes how Destination Guyana is remembered. We are also pleased to note that the Tourism and Hospitality Institute is scheduled for completion by mid-2026. This institution will play a transformative role in professionalizing the sector and preparing Guyanese for sustainable long-term careers in tourism and hospitality. In addition, we are promoting a robust national calendar of tourism activities that will see Guyana hosting major public and private sector events. This will allow visitors to plan more effectively, increase visitor stays, and create economic opportunities for communities and businesses across the country. Looking ahead, tourism development over the next 5 years will continue to serve as a powerful catalyst for job creation, skills development, and increase household incomes, particularly in rural and hinterland communities. Improved transport infrastructure, expanded airlift, and the establishment of special incentive zones will further support inclusive and sustainable tourism growth. The AC Marriott Hotel embodies the standards, innovation, and confidence that will define the next phase of Guyana's tourism journey. It strengthens our ability to attract international conferences, business travelers, and discerning visitors, while creating employment opportunities and reinforcing local supply chains. And just to follow up on our discussion with my discussion with Mr. Aboud earlier, we will be working with the AC Marriott and other hotels in Georgetown to ensure that through the Guyana Tourism Authority that we supply you with constant material on tours that are available for you to share with your guests here in your hotel, providing that complete experience for your visitors while they are here. Congratulations to everyone who made this project a reality. Your confidence in Guyana is both welcomed and deeply appreciated. The Government of Guyana remains a strong and reliable partner, committed to enforcing an enabling environment for investment and continued growth. I extend best wishes to the management and staff of the AC Marriott Hotel, and I look forward to its continued success as a landmark of excellence within Guyana's tourism sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister. I must say, as a tourism and hospitality enthusiast myself, I am so proud of all the growth and development that I see happening across our country. Guyana is literally transforming before our eyes, and there really is no better time to be here and to be Guyanese. Now we are moving into the highlight of our evening, and it is my honor to invite His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, to deliver the official opening address.
Thank you very kindly. Please have your seats. Our distinguished investors, members of cabinet, members of parliament, members of the diplomatic community, private sector, members of the media, all. I don't know if I'm the highlight or the twilight, but I'm happy it's some form of light. Let me say, first of all, to Mr. Aboud, your wife, and all the other investors, that we are confident in your business model as you are confident in our public policy. I've had the honor to stay at some of your other facilities in the region, in Trinidad and Tobago, and also to see the broad spectrum of your investment portfolio in Trinidad, especially. I know that you were supposed to do something in Tobago. I don't know where that is, but and it is this type of investment portfolio that I think will define where Guyana is going. I'm very pleased that you are able to demonstrate your confidence in the second phase of the project. Normally when someone launches the first phase of a project, they'll wait to see if returns will come and then wait to launch the second phase. But I'm sure this is because of your confidence in our economy. But you know we spoke about the third phase. A third phase that is in keeping with the rhythm of the waters, in keeping with the concept of water and parks. Another area in which you have invested heavily. And these are the areas that are connected to what we want to build in our economy. I was going through some figures that I believe are helpful for us to understand some of the changes taking place. And I will not bore you by going through the details. But if you look at the Chedijagan International Airport alone, over the last 4 years, arriving passenger traffic increased by close to 450%. Passenger movement increased by close to 440%. Passenger traffic across all ports of entry surpassed 1.2 million in 2025. International landing increased by 254% in the last 4 years. The number of aircraft seats grew by 400.5%. International carriers servicing our market grew by 220%. Destinations served by the airport increased by 184%. Those are some numbers that speak for itself. We live in a constantly changing world. And our public policy approach, our development approach, and our business approach must take into consideration the changes that are occurring in our world and our region. In our region today, there are changes that will shape the democratic landscape of our region. Changes that would shape the security landscape and changes that are important in maintaining the stability of our region in crushing international and transnational criminal networks and crime. One may say, very superficially, how is the criminal network of the world interconnected? Technology makes it interconnected. And what is taking place in other places of the world is driving networks and cells all over the world. And we must not for one moment believe that somehow or the other we are immune from such cells and networks. And wherever the cells and network find fertile ground, they tend to grow and find some amount of peace. That is why we believe strongly that the successes of our businesses in the region and our economic expansion depend heavily on how secure a region we have. We are investing heavily in our own national security also. That is why today I'm very pleased to say that we have the lowest crime numbers in the last decade at least. But that did not happen by accident. It happened because we are taking a deliberate step in using technology and the advances of technology to be our partner in crime fighting and security. And I want you to hear that properly. We are partnering with technology. We are partnering with innovation. We are partnering with people. We are partnering with community because we know that your investment depends heavily on a stable and secure environment. Now when you hear all of these hotels coming, you might become a bit taken back and you might be saying, hold a minute, the market. I want you to be confident to know that you are with a government that will sit with all of the hotels, resorts, and other tourism outlets. And I intend to do that before the end of this month. For us to come up with a joint strategy, not only in marketing, but in targeting. And that strategy would form part of our direct target market. So outside of the normative market, that is those who have already decided that 2026 they will visit Guyana. We want to create that target market with all of the operators. Because you have shown confidence in us, as a government and as a country, and we have a duty to work as hard as possible to ensure the success of your investment. In this country, private sector and government work hand in hand. Government sees itself as a facilitator of growth and development. Government sees itself as a policy framer to advance the prosperity of our people and the development of our business landscape. So you will find here a government that is ready and willing to embrace ideas from the private sector to expand opportunities. So this magnificent hotel that is being erected here represents ambition, taking form and belief becoming visible. This edifice speaks clearly about the Guyana we are shaping, intentionally, confidently, and without apology. It is a reflection of confidence in our economy, ambition for our people, and clarity about the future we are deliberately building as a nation. The hotel is a declaration that Guyana's future is not something we wait for. It is something we construct, and we are constructing it with purpose. Some may ask, why a high-end hotel here at Ogle? Why near a municipal airport? Why now? The answer is simple. Because development does not wait for perfection. Development creates its own momentum. Investment creates infrastructure, and confidence creates capacity. We do not wait until everything is in place to begin to plan or to build. We build because we know what is coming. Ogle Airport will not remain a municipal airport. We already have regional flights landing here, and eventually more of those flights will arrive. The hotel exists because its investors now know what Ogle is today. They saw what it will become tomorrow. They did not wait for expansion, they anticipated it. They did not hesitate, they believed. And belief is the most powerful economic force of all. I remember sitting with John and some of his management, and I told him on a plan, we had the plan in front of us, and I said, there'll be 4-lane road here, there'll be a pediatric hospital here, this entire strip will be housing development, we'll have industrial development here, there'll be an interconnecting road here going back into Georgetown, here is where it will be connected to Eccles going into Providence, and I remember him smiling, if you remember. And he said, are you sure? And he did not say, are you sure, because he did not believe. He asked if we were sure because of experiences in the region. A lot of talk, a lot of plans, but very little implementation. And I'm sure that you are delighted to see that we have exceeded everything I told you when we met 5 years ago. And I can say to you with confidence, you ain't seen nothing yet. By the grace of God, we have a plan and a vision that will utilize revenue to create a wave of sustainable economic opportunity. We cannot be satisfied with good health service. We want to go a step further. Good health service for the region and the international community. We cannot be satisfied with world-class education, because all of these things are economic commodity in a sense, because they have the power to bring in export earning. And we are intentionally designing our infrastructure to leverage the power of each of this sector to bring in earning. So if you sit with the Minister of Health who is here, he can outline to you very clearly the plan in terms of the entire healthcare ecosystem and infrastructure, where we want Guyana to be, not only in providing medical services, but providing medical opportunities in a medical ecosystem. And we are pursuing that vigorously. We have announced some incentives for agro-processing and agriculture recently, because we believe that we have been blessed with fresh water, fertile arable land, and a geographic location that is second to none. And we intend to leverage this blessing through work, because faith without work is dead. Through work and leadership, to create an ecosystem that would position Guyana as the food producer and value creator in the region. And as of today, I think they've brought out close to 50,000 pounds of mango from the hinterland, mangoes. And suddenly you receive a call saying, listen, bring out all of the green mangoes for us. We want to process it in added value for the diaspora market in New York. So I then said to the individual, how much mangoes you think you want? He said, as much as you can bring. 10 containers, 15 containers, 20 containers. One simple spark. And we want to position this. I've said to the region that we should have a cold storage chain from Guyana going all the way through the region to supply all of the food, to create a regional distribution hub that is integrated into our hotels, our resorts, our economies. And I want to say we are not just talking it. We have partnered with the best Bloomberg Grains to build out our infrastructure and develop our infrastructure to do just this, to meet every single international standard and to take us forward with this. We have partnered with the private sector in building out our grains industry. We're partnering with the private sector in building out our beans industry. We're partnering with the private sector in dairy, massive project, close to $30 million US dairy project, and 1 or 2 more coming. We're partnering with the region's #1 shipping company to go into agriculture. And Trinidad and Tobago has a pool of investors and private sector with access to a lot of liquidity. I remember the first time an offer was made to Trinidad and Tobago to invest in agriculture here was by then President Jack Dale under the Jack Dale Initiative for CARICOM. And no one took that offer up. Lands was even set aside to bring the capital in to partner with the locals. If we are inward looking and our policy matrix does not support the creation of business ideas and business opportunities that are sustainable in the long run, then we will lose important opportunities. And I'm saying this here today because I know you have your investment group and you have a lot of your investment friends who you would have invited to this function. I don't think there is any other jurisdiction in the CELAC region that has expressed its development and investment agenda with the clarity with which we have expressed ours. And we don't only express our development and investment agenda. We match it with the policy-making matrix, an investment regime, and a tax system that support the priorities that we are pursuing. So, you launching phase 2 of this project is not only about confidence, it's about a relationship. Many investors invest for the moment, but they're investors who succeed for a lifetime are the investors who are investing beyond the moment, in building relationship, in accelerating relationship. And you clearly have decided that you want to build a relationship with Guyana and the Guyanese people. And I applaud you because that is a type of investment that is lasting. you also did not just invest for a sector. And anyone who is investing only for a sector, they are locking themselves out of the general economic opportunities in the country. I think from the last 15 speeches I have made, if I have mentioned the word oil and gas 5 times, I've mentioned it a lot. Because the revenue there is an accelerator. It's an accelerator. It is not the end. It's a means of building multiple ends, multiple trains to success. And that is what we are focused on heavily. And tourism is a foundational and fundamental pillar in this future that we want to build and create. And we understand that one cannot speak about tourism without speaking about quality infrastructure, quality healthcare, quality education, quality environment, quality citizens. And we have control over most of it, except quality citizens depend on every one of us. And a quality environment depends on every one of us. And these sometimes are regarded as the soft issues when you talk about quality citizens and quality environment. But they are the most difficult challenges for us to address. But we in Guyana appreciate that this is a problem that we have to resolve. We are not hiding from the challenges that we have. We are embracing these challenges. In 3 years, when you look out of the windows of this hotel, you will see some of the most luxurious development across all of the lands you see here. Just as when you look out from the hotels today in Georgetown, everybody remark, wow, changing skyline. But we can have the best changing skylines, the best changing road network, but we also have to have the best citizens. We all have to be the best we can be. When these facilities are built, we have a collective responsibility to keep it the way it is. I've seen, not in Guyana alone, all over the world, people would go in to use a facility and leave the pipe on, or they would just roll out the hand towels in the washroom and, oh, don't worry, man. All of that is about developing the mindset. All of that is about developing the mindset. We want a society in which the success of each other depends on the support for each other. And we have always supported regional growth and regional integration. And we will continue to be a champion of regional growth and regional integration. We will continue to be a champion for the regional people. That is why we welcome investment from across the region. Today is a day for celebration, but it's also a day for quiet reflection for those who would have once traversed these lands for what we call bushfish. You know bushfish? Johnny, you don't have that? How unfortunate. Bushfish is fish in swamp water and high grass and trees. Even the U.S. ambassador knows what bushfish is. And perhaps somewhere in this hotel, you should have the story of this land told. At one time, right across from this land, little boys would be jumping in the water, having a swim. It was their pool. So the history of where we are today, and that's the future. The history of where we are today is an important reflection point for us to understand the scope and scale of what we celebrate today and what we project for the future. So today, I commend you. I commend your family, and I commend the investors for this bold decision and for choosing Guyana. This hotel sends a clear message beyond our borders. It says Guyana is open, Guyana is confident, Guyana is serious about quality. We are not waiting to be discovered. We are preparing to be chosen. Chosen by investors, chosen by visitors, chosen by partners who value stability, ambition, and integrity. We are not asking the world to notice us. We're inviting it to engage. And the message of confidence and ambition we send to the world is made even stronger by the partnership that brought this hotel to life. This project is proof that when regional and local investors unite around a shared vision, extraordinary results follow. Results that transform not only the landscape, but also the story of a modernizing, forward-looking Guyana. You look good, John, don't worry. I noticed the reassuring touch from the symbol of stability for you, your wife. The hotel stands as a shining example of collaboration between regional and local investors, demonstrating the power of partnership and shared vision. I extend once again congratulations to all those behind this remarkable venture. The Guyana Revenue Authority, the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Suzanne, and before you, of course, Unej and her team, Peter and his team, doing an exceptional job, and all those who work at CHPA and all of the other agencies. Today is your day as investors. Tomorrow, we look forward to continuing the discussions with you as to how we further partner to make this investment a success, because that is all the government of Guyana wants. You to be successful, you to continue to grow, and you to realize the ambition of your investment. That is what you can rely on from this government. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the ceremonial ribbon cutting and plaque unveiling, officially declaring the AC Hotel open. The ribbon cutting will take place outside of the ballroom at the grand staircase in the lobby. And following the ceremony, there will be an official photo opportunity. And I kindly ask that all invited participants and the media remain in that area until all photos are completed. For the guests not joining the ribbon cutting, this concludes the formal program inside of the ballroom. We ask that you continue to enjoy the atmosphere, take photographs, and enjoy the rest of your evening. May I now ask His Excellency the President, or honorable ministers, or invited dignitaries inside of the ballroom, the AC Hotel team, and members of the media to please follow me to the lobby for the ribbon cutting.